Today on Time About the Movies, Angelina Jolie is accused of being a Russian spy, which she pretty much is. We'll take a look at Salt, a movie that I did not like back in the day, but 15 years have passed. I've watched it again. Have my thoughts changed on it? We'll take a look at that movie, and we'll also take a look at Selena Gomez in her feature film leading debut, Ramona and Beezus, based off the series of books. Two films to take a look at on this July 23rd, 2010. Time About the Movies coming your way next. And welcome to Time About the Movies. Today we are taking a look at the two new releases on July 23rd, 2010. And of course the biggest of the two releases is Angelina Jolie in Salt, in which she plays Evelyn Salt, a CIA agent who's framed as a Russian spy and sent to take out the Russian president at the funeral of the American vice president. She has to clear her name before the CIA takes her in, which sounded like a cool idea back before the movie came out, but I remember really not liking this movie back then. In fact, I downright hated it. I hated it because of a number of different things I'm going to bring up here because, let's be honest, I tried to give this a fair shot. It's been 15 years since I've seen this movie. I don't remember really liking it all that much. I had no reason to go back to watch it. But considering that 15 years had passed, I figured why not give it another shot. So I got a chance to watch it again. And sadly, my thoughts on it really have not changed on it. I mean, it's a cool idea for a movie, and it's directed by the guy who made Patriot Games, Clear and Present Danger, The Saint. Philip Noyce is a great action director, and so is Angelina Jolie. She's badass. I mean, how can this possibly be bad whatsoever? Well, unfortunately, it's bad, but also it's really boring. It's just a bad movie. It's a really, really bad film. First of all, like I said, they don't even hide the fact that she's a Russian spy. Like, they tell you right from the get-go. She doesn't even try to hide it. Like, in the first 20, 30 minutes of the movie, she's already revealed to be this Russian spy. And it's just like, I mean, there's no point in clearing your name anymore because you literally just said that you were, and you've changed your whole identity altogether. And, I mean, that's the first thing that's wrong with it. The second thing is that the stuff that should be cool about this movie, the non-action sequences are bland and boring as hell. I don't buy any character in this movie whatsoever. You can tell who the bad guy is going to be right away just by the specific moves he makes. Like, the action sequences are not that great either. This is the same guy that made Patriot Games, Clear and Present Danger, and The Saint. A good action director should not be making action sequences this uninteresting and boring. And even the acting overall isn't that great. It's just... Don't even get me started on that ending. The ending is where the film just really falls off the cliff here. And it's just like, they really ran out of ideas for this right away. They had the idea of Angelina Jolie is playing a Russian spy, and it's got we got director Philip Noyce. The rest will write itself, and sadly that is not the case here. But there's only two things I could say that are really good about it. Angelina Jolie and Chiwetel Ejiofor. I thought both of them worked off each other very well. I thought they were very good in their respective roles, and you believe those characters. But other than that, though, everybody else in here was just so boring. It's a very convoluted plot where too much is going on, where something like this should be as simple as you can get, and the action sequences should be much better than you think they would be. And just like, there's just no excuse for how bad this is. I mean, this is unbelievably awful. It's a movie that I really was expecting a lot more from, and I'm thinking, it's been 15 years. Hopefully, maybe it's aged like a fine wine. It has not aged well at all. It still is about as bad and as boring as you can get. What more can you say, man? It's a pile of garbage. It's a movie that has not held up well. I gave it the benefit of the doubt, and it completely screwed me over on that, So yeah, Angelina Jolie, you made better movies than this, but this is just going too far, man. This is just not a good movie. And so that's Salt for you. So with all that said, let's go ahead and move on to our next movie, and that is our last one actually, and that is Ramona and Beezus. And it was on Nickelodeon, apparently. I didn't even realize that was a promo until it got to the very end there. But this is a Ramona and Beezus based off of the books of the same name. We have Joey King playing Ramona Quimby, who's a grade school student with a big imagination. So big, in fact, that she often clashes with her no-nonsense teacher, Mrs. Meacham, While Ramona's upbeat dad, Robert, loses his job, the family, including her teenage sister, Beatrice, played by Selena Gomez, and their practical-minded mother must make major adjustments, like Dad learning how to run the house, Ramona dreaming up various plans to make money so that she can save the house. But because everybody in their family seems too preoccupied to help her with her own worries, she turns to the one person who always has time for her Aunt Bee. But even Aunt Bee is distracted these days because of her ex-boyfriend, the Quimby's next-door neighbor, Hobart. So yeah, I really know nothing about these books in general. They're books based off of books by Beverly Cleary. I know who she is. The director, this is the same person who did Aquamarine, which was fine for its target audience. And like I said, I know nothing about this movie in particular, but this is a G-rated movie too. This is this is only the Fox's 4th G-rated film since 1997. I mean, that's when you know the G rating was sadly kind of dying out in general, because there'd only be a couple more movies coming out after this that would have that G rating, but then everybody just said PG or upward. Don't even think about putting a G rating on this for some reason, which, if you're not going to use it, then why the hell do you even still have it? But that's beside the point here. Good cast overall in here. John Corbett and Bridget Monahan playing the mother and father here. Jennifer Goodwin is Aunt Beatrice. Josh Duhamel's in here. Sandra Oh is the teacher, Mrs. Meacham. I mean, really, there's not much more I can really add to this per se. It's a movie that you think it is. It's not really made for somebody like me or somebody who was 21 when this came out. It's not really my type of thing, but it's a harmless kids movie, and I think it does work because you do buy the chemistry between King and Gomez as these sisters in general, and I think they do work off each other very well. Selena Gomez does get an opportunity to shine here and get a chance to show that she's got some acting chops here. Not really much more I can add to this per se. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, it's not made for me. Kind of like with Aquamarine, for its target audience, it works fine, but for somebody like me, it's fine for what it is. But I really have no intention of ever watching it again after this. But not a bad movie, but just not made for me personally. So that is Ramona and Beezus. And thus, with all that said, we wrap up another episode of Time About the Movies, and we'll wrap July up on the next episode, taking a look at 3 new movies, including Steve Carell and, is it Paul Rudd? Is it Paul Rudd here? Yeah, Paul Rudd in the new comedy Dinner for Schmucks. We have Zac Efron stepping into the dramatic roles after Miley Cyrus and Robert Pattinson did it this year, with this time with Charlie St. Cloud. And Cats and Dogs: The Revenge of Kitty Galore, a sequel on paper that sounds like a movie that should not be made, and yet you might be surprised by what I have to say about that. Take that for what you will, but we will take a look at those 3 movies coming up tomorrow on the show, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, the subscribe button, and the notification button. And also don't forget to hit our playlist and also check out the previous episode. And there will be a new Time About the Movies flashback tonight. I didn't do one last week. I ran out of time to do it. Assuming that the editing software actually works this time around. I forgot to tell you this, but yeah, my Cyberlink Power Director app has been kind of slowing down. It's uploading it's producing the videos, but it's doing it at a very slow pace. Like those Time About the Movies Presents videos I've been doing, one of them took almost 3 hours to upload. And that is not something that usually happens. Usually it's about less than an hour for like a longer video in general. But at the same time, I mean, that's why that's why it might take a little bit for these videos to get up here. But if anybody knows how to fix the problem, please let me know in the comments, because I really would appreciate it. But with all that said, whether it's in the past, the present, or the future, I will see you at the movies. Take care.